All right, hi there, Wade Sellers back with you, and in this video we're going to talk all about subviews. Now, I hope you watched the views video before this because it's all going to be wrapped up. We're starting to get the idea of how apps are created, how they create the user interfaces, and this one is going to be on subviews. It's super, super valuable what we're going to learn in here. It's not just about subviews, but understanding how to create views and how we organize them in our apps. So let me make myself a little smaller. Now, I have a brand new SwiftUI app using Mac Playgrounds. Again, this entire video series is all in Mac Playgrounds, so if you're following along, do the same. Or if you're using an iPad, you use the Playgrounds app, and it's the same exact thing, okay? So here's what I have, just so you can get caught up. It's a brand new app, so the content view just shows what comes naturally with a brand new SwiftUI app, some starter code. And in the My App file, you'll see that it's just the window group with the content view, okay? So we're starting back from scratch, and if you don't understand what the window group and such is, you should be watching the views video just before this, all right? In content view, we have our image and our text. We're gonna get rid of this, and we are gonna start out with a text element, but we're gonna create one from scratch. So we're gonna we'll create a text, and we're just gonna say hello in it for now. And we're going to add some property wrappers. One thing I will show you here is I'm going to do a frame property wrapper. And if you notice here, there's a little drop down thing. There's a little expanding thing. If you want to see what you have for properties that you can change, drop this down and you can start seeing that you have width, height, alignment, width and height, width and alignment. It's giving you all sorts of choices. Let's do the one that's width, height, and alignment. So it kind of stubs it out for us here. So for the width, we're going to do 100. For the height, let's do 50. And the alignment, let's keep it as center. Awesome. Now let's do another property wrapper. Let's do a foreground color. And let's do dot white. So we'll do a foreground color white. And let's do a background. And inside of background, let's do a blue background, so dot blue. Okay, and let's look at our preview. Okay, so we have our little box here. Now, this is a subview of text, and it is a subview of the VStack view, and the VStack view is a subview of the body view. Okay, so that's how we can start talking about these things. There's views and subviews. Things can be a view and a subview, right? It's just a way to understand the structure of things. It's all views, but when it is inside of another view, it's considered a subview at that point, okay? Now, you might start creating your app and wanting to create a whole bunch of views. So for instance, let's go ahead and just copy and paste a whole bunch of these. Let's do like 4 of them. 1, 2, oh, and then make sure that I have the value 100 here. And let's do another, again, 100. You might not have to do that 100 if you hit enter the first time. But now we have 4 text views, right? And they're all in a line, just like so, okay? These are all subviews of the VStack view. Isn't that cool? So you might be saying at this point, this is cool, but like, I have all these views and they're basically all the same thing and I have to code them all out individually? You don't. And because of what we learned in the last video on views and subviews, we know that we can create a view and then we can call that view, we can instantiate that view multiple times. So let's go ahead and do that. So this is the content view, but let's create a brand new view. Now, in the last video, we showed that we created a new source file, but you don't necessarily have to. Those files are just ways to organize all of your views, but you don't have to do that. We can create a new view kind of anywhere we want to. So for the sake of this example, underneath content view, let's just create a new view. So we're going to do struct, we'll call this hello view. And just like the content view, let's follow the same sort of path. It's going to adhere to the view protocol. And inside there is a variable called body, and that's going to return some view. And we'll open that up. And now we're basically right back where we started. Let's go ahead and just copy this text view right here and all of its property wrappers, and let's paste it down here. Okay. So essentially, we've created a hello view. Now, instead of coding all of this up here, can we not just delete all of that? And inside this VStack, can we not just instantiate a hello view? Look at the preview. There's hello. Let's do it again. Hello view. And there it is again. And we can continue to keep doing this and basically set up as many different views as we want. Now we created one view, we're just doing it the same over and over, but you could create another view and another view and another view, right? And this is how you start to create things, right? Just for fun, also watch this. We could also go to the My App file, and we have a content view right there. Now look, we have 4 hello views in the preview right now, but could I not add a hello view here? Let's see. Sure looks like we can. There's 5 of them now, right? So this is just giving you the idea of like how these views can be represented, okay, and used. So I'm going to get rid of it from my app. Now, in content view, we have a view, and they're all blue with white text that say hello. But what if we want each view to be a little different each time? Do we need to create brand new structs for all of these things? Well, if we're just going to change one element, right, in all of the views, no. We can just add a new variable and then change it when we instantiate the hello view. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's go into our hello view, and let's just create a new variable, but let's do a constant. Let's do let name. Let's create name of type string, okay? Now, once we do this, notice that as we try to call these hello views, it's saying that you're missing the argument for parameter name. And that's because it's waiting for us to have a name that we're going to use somewhere, okay? So in hello view, if I go to reinstantiate it, I'm going to get rid of these. If I do a hello view, notice now that it shows the name tag. And let's give it the name Wade. Okay. The error goes away, but we still have just hello. And that's because we haven't done anything with that variable. We gave it a little parking space, and now we're required to give it a value, but we haven't done anything inside of the text with that name. Let's go ahead and do that. What if we go to hello, and we use string interpolation to add name right there? Now let's see the preview. Hello, Wade. Cool, right? Okay, so now that we have that, why don't we just instantiate more hello views? Let's do a hello view with the name Michelle, right? Let's do hello Wade with, how about Peggy, right? You can do anything you want at this point. And I want to show you this because as you build apps, you're going to start coding a bunch of things, and you're going to do a lot of duplicate code over and over, because that's how we start. But as you start to understand how views work, you can see when you start repeating code, you might go, how do I make this simpler with less code? Maybe I'll make my own view and I'll just instantiate it, and then I'll just change something with it, right? This is how you do it. So those are subviews and how we create them and how we use them and how we can use different views to structure them. We could have just as easily took this struct. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to show you something. This is off script here. But watch this. We have our hello view. I'm going to remove it from here. Okay, I copied it so I can paste it. I'm going to remove it from here, and I'm going to get an error saying, I don't know what hello view is. Cannot find hello view in scope. But what if I go to File, New Source File, and do new, or I do hello view, right? And then I have this file right here. I'm going to just paste my code in here real quick. I'm going to go to Content View, and I'm going to notice, yep, it all looks the same, it all looks good, and I have a hello view right here. Okay, cool. So now the hello view is in its own file. Now if we go to Content View, we don't have any errors, and we can continue to use a hello view because it can find that struct and use it, that view. All right, let's do Mark. And again, you'll see hello Mark shows up right there. See how this is starting to work? You can create views wherever you want, but you can organize your app with different files, right? In the next one, I'm going to show you how you navigate to different views now that we can create them, right? So we can go from one view to the other. And I'll see you in the next video for that. Bye.